Today, we're going full degenerate and playing Spy combo in Pauper. Now, this deck with Balustrade Spy needs no introduction. Oops All Spells has been a very popular deck for over a decade now, and this deck is no different. We're just trying to get the lands out of our deck, Balustrade Spy, and win the game. But this deck also has a pretty good fair shell in cards like Avenging Hunter, Masked Vandal, Mesmeric Fiend, and if you look at the sideboard, we can sideboard into an even more fair deck with the basic Mountain and 3 Writhing Chrysalis, which I really want to try because I think that could be a very fun and potentially good direction to sideboard into. So no more wasting your time. Let's hop into the first match and see how good Spy combo is. We're here on the play, and yeah, this hand's definitely a keep. We gotta really hope our Elves of Deep Shadow live, but if they do live, we're gonna be in a pretty good position. Island, all right, well that doesn't answer in Elves. All right, we're playing against Faeries. So now we just go Gate Creeper, get another land out of our deck, and then play a Saruli Caretaker, which is always nice. This matchup seems tough though, definitely, the more I'm thinking about it. They cast of One Mind. Hey, that's a good card. They get it for 1 mana. So yeah, here we just play a bunch of mana stuff and say go. We go wall, another wall, and then another wall. And we can actually hard cast Lotleth Giant next turn, which might be relevant. They're putting Unable to Scream on our caretakers. 3 Unable to Scream. Sorry, I looked away from my screen for a second. I looked back. All 3 of my things now are O2s. So they just lock down like everything. That's so rough. We still have lands in our deck, so Spy doesn't do anything. We just gotta say go, as unfortunate as that is. They put in a Moon Circuit Hacker and they play Fairy Seer. So I'm really thinking like next turn, they get a lot of card selection here. Next turn, do we just like Spy and hope we get really lucky? Because this might be the last chance we get them tapped out, and they have a serious clock. Oh, Forest Cycling. Okay, yeah, I think we go for it now. I think we go for this now. We just Forest Cycle. We still have a Swamp in our deck, so we can still get unlucky with this, or you know, we can still whiff on the Spy, I should say. But what else are we doing? I mean, this is probably not going to resolve past this turn. So we Spy, target ourselves, cross our fingers! Ah, we didn't get there. Unfortunate. Well, now another Spy is still alive, and we have a flying blocker. But yeah, definitely not great. Not horrible though. Not horrible at all. Yeah, I don't think they can attack. I don't think they can attack. That's so funny. I mean, yeah, just getting a 2/3 flyer out there is pretty good. Who would have thought? They're still attacking though. We draw Segu Wilding, which we're not even gonna do that. We're just, I mean, our swamp's in our graveyard, so we can't even do that. But yeah, we're just gonna cast it. 3/3 flyer, gain some life. Not bad on this board at all. If we win this game by gumming up the board, I'm gonna pop off. Definitely, I'm gonna pop off. I don't think we're gonna win this game. They still have 4 cards in hand, but I'm having a fun time. Just playing slightly bigger flyers than their flyers. And they can't even attack now. That's awesome. Okay. They snapped our Elves of Deep Shadow, which is like fine. Because now actually we can just recast Elves. They counter it with Spellstutter Sprite. That makes sense. They only have 3 fairies in play. They probably have multiple sprites in hand too. So we just say go. This game might end up going really long. And now they're trying to get through with their attacks. We're gonna just kind of make the obvious blocks. We're gonna eat their Ninja, the Deep Hours. I think that's pretty smart here. We draw a Winding Way. That's a good draw. Okay. Let's see what we hit here, if it resolves, that is. Let's see what we hit. It doesn't resolve, yeah. Every turn that goes by, I feel like that Spellstutter Sprite was just a better and better play. Yeah, we're almost certainly dead here, but we'll play it out. And yeah, they still can't attack. Masked Vandal is actually not bad. I definitely should not have sacked my battlement, but it's fine. We get to unlock one of these caretakers, which is cool. Then we actually get to try and Dread Return something. What are we gonna try and Dread Return? An Ent? Yeah, we do that. We can always flash it back. Yeah, even if it gets countered. Dread Return is a great card. Even when you're not using it unfairly, it's still just a great card. So we can, you know, yeah, make a black, Dread Return, targeting, or if we target Spy, we do just win. Yeah, if we Spy, we just win. So let's do that. Dread Return, Spy. I think we're actually gonna get there this game. They only have 1 card in hand. What can they do? Dread Return, Spy. This just does it. Yeah, Spy ourselves. Let's go. We actually got there this game. Against all odds, we actually got there. Now we can flashback Dread Return, targeting Lotleth Giant, And even if they counter this, we just have another Dread Return in our yard to flashback. Either way, we just win. Yeah, whatever, they counter it. Sure. Use our second Dread Return, get back Lotleth Giant, bang, 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 and that's it. We got there. 33U. Let's go! Let's go! I could not believe we won that game. That was an awesome, awesome, awesome win. I'm kind of at a loss for words after that. That was amazing. So yeah, this matchup, I'm gonna try out the fair package. Chrysalis, Fang Dragon, maybe Mesmeric Fiend if we have the room for it. This 6 is obviously unplayable. We're going to 5. Hey, this is a pretty decent 5. All right, we just cycle for a forest, and that's all we do. Wow, double Miscreant. That's pretty good. Wall of Roots is actually a nuts draw here, because now we get to double spell. Before we couldn't double spell. And next turn we can cast Chrysalis, which is big. And even if it gets countered, we get 2 tokens, and then we can Lotleth Giant, which Lotleth Giant's not as good as Chrysalis, but it's still good. Wow, they just hard cast of 1 mana. They just cast Divination. That's huge. So now, oh, Land Grant's great. So now we get to Land Grant, get another forest, run out Chrysalis, and then also run out an Elves of Deep Shadow. That's a great turn. Next turn we can even Lotleth Giant. Like that's awesome. We have a blocker. That's big. Yeah, they Harrier Strix to tap our Chrysalis. That's, and if they have a way to kill it, or that, you know, enchantment, unable to scream or whatever, they have a decent clock for sure. But if they don't have that, then they're pretty screwed this game. They Ninjutsu and Moon Circuit Hacker. Okay, so this Lotleth Giant will, I mean, they still haven't played a land yet, so if they don't play a land, this Lotleth Giant will stick next turn. Yeah, wow, they just say go. Gate Creeper Vine, that's a good draw. 7, so yeah, if they have Force Spike, if they have Force Spike, we get punished for playing Gate Creeper Vine. And we're so far off of comboing this game anyways, I will actually play around Force Spike, because their deck definitely seems like the deck that could have Force Spike in it. So I'm just not playing into that. Just play Lotleth Giant. Just a nice little 7 mana 6/5. Gotta do what you gotta do. And now we say go and see if they have an answer to our Chrysalis. If they don't, it's gonna be pretty bad for them. It's gonna be good for us. Strix is good. That allows them to get in for more damage. And then they say go, okay. Winding Way is a good draw. We'll Gate Creeper first, see if they do anything. Probably not. Yeah, it resolves. We'll get our Swamp. And we'll Winding Way. It's not getting any better. You might as well just try it. They Envelop. I don't know why they have that card in their deck post board, but okay. It's not bad, Envelop. Actually, it's not that bad against us. Probably we just had PTSD from getting Dread Return to game 1. So we hit him for 6, we say go. If they don't have a permanent way to answer this Chrysalis, you know, we're looking okay this game. They snap our Chrysalis. That could definitely be the end of things if they have a counter spell on the way back. Land Grant, I mean, that's a funny draw. I don't hate that at all. Just Chrysalis. They counter it and we lose. Let's go to game 3. I did like the fair strategy of that game though. I mean, if we drew one of these Fang Dragons, we probably would have won that game. This hand's ice, ice, ice. This hand's really good. Yeah, so we're just gonna play Lotus Petal, Wall of Roots, Caretaker. Just get our mana in play ASAP. We could be Stampeding or Winding Way next turn. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Here they play Miscreant. Elves of Deep Shadow. Does that change anything? Yeah, it does. We could play that, then we can Winding Way. See what we hit. Oh, that's a lot of good stuff there. All right, yeah, we say go. We're off to a great start. They have nothing to Ninjutsu, which is cool. Harrier Strix, well, that just dies to Folktale, whatever. Folktale Sweep. Or I don't even know. I can't even read things. Okay, so here, you can obviously counter our thing with that sorcery, so I'm thinking about Fiending here, actually. Yeah, so we can just lead on Fiend, which I'll do. Just cast Mesmeric Fiend. It resolves. Oh, they have nothing! They have nothing. They just have 3 islands now after we took that divination spell from them. Okay, yeah, there's nothing they can do. Let's go! We just got there against Faeries. That third game was a complete run over. We are here on the draw, and this hand is awesome. This hand really works. We get to Land Grant, get a forest, and because we don't have a creature next turn for Caretaker, I'm just gonna cycle Ent. So we can guarantee a 2-drop next turn, probably Overgrown Battlement. And from the looks of things, we're playing against Jund Wildfire. 2 Blood Fountains. Definitely could be scarier than that. Another land grant is fun. Thin our deck a little bit. So here we can just battlement and then land grant and say go. So yeah, now all we need is just to get the swamp out of our deck and we're looking pretty good. Maybe I should have gone wall caretaker because then we could have played hunter next turn. I probably should have done that. Okay, we're actually playing against Affinity, not Wildfire. So discard, yeah, we can discard one of our 2 spies. They blast our battlement, which it's not that bad here. Another hunter, okay, another hunter. If our Manadors can stay alive, these hunters can win the game on their own. It's annoying they have a creature with flying, but what else are you gonna do? They play another familiar. That's so interesting. Do we discard Spy or do we discard Avenging Hunter? I think we discard Hunter just because Spy is just, it's too powerful not to hold on to. Segu. Well, I think we just win unless they have something crazy. That's not anything crazy. They have a removal spell. We actually just lose, which is funny. So we're just gonna be a bit smarter. We're gonna Roost Seek. Yeah, there's no reason to get greedy by play, because if we play this Spy and they kill one of our 3 creatures, we can't draw a turn, and then we just deck ourselves. We just lose. So I think it's better to play Hunter here, and then now we'll have an extra creature when we Spy. Nothing to tutor up, and then we say go. Play an Ultron Monitor. So that's a good clock they have, for sure. Makeshift Munitions. That doesn't do anything. Okay, yeah, they have no cards in hand now. We could just very, very, very confidently slam Spy and win the game. Let's go! Spy, mill ourselves, get back Lotless Giant. Bang, bang, bang! Oh, this hand is so close to being good, but we're gonna mulligan. That hand will be way too greedy to keep. This hand's actually a keep though. It might not look like a keep, but it actually is. Because we can Lotus Petal, Segu Wilding, get a forest. Or no, actually we Segu Wilding for a swamp. That's a bit more heads up, just so we get it out of our deck. So yeah, we go that, we Roost Seek, swamp, land, cycle end. You don't have to do this main phase. I just want to get the F6 value. And then we say go. Off to a pretty good start. We still need a few things. We need a good lead to Stampede. That's a key here. We need a good lead to Stampede. Still very good here. We get to wall and then wilding. And if they don't kill our wall, I mean, even if they do kill our wall, we still get to cast lead to Stampede. So it's looking good on that front. Cryogen Relic. Okay, so they have and they don't have a 3rd land. They have a very slow hand. Petal's interesting, but yeah, we just Stampede here. We said we needed a good lead to Stampede. That's like a generational lead to Stampede. Oh, wow. So because they're stuck on 2 lands, we're just gonna do the obvious thing, even though it is very mean, which is Mass Vandal and exile one of their lands. I think we go after the black source over the blue source. Then we exile that and say go. Gate Creeper is going to be able to tutor up our last land, but yeah, we just want to knock them off their mana. Yeah, they don't have another land. Let's go! Let's go! Land grant. Well, that's a great draw. We just win this turn, so that's fun. Yeah, it's a nice little turn 4 kill. It's a good time. It's all in the game, right? It's all in the game. Spy. And we got there! We just crushed Grixis Affinity. We're here on the play, and this hand is so interesting. We could get all 4 of the basics out of our deck. We just have to draw into a Spy or something that digs us towards a Spy. So I'm gonna keep, especially because we're on the play. We actually don't have a way to get a swamp. I just realized that. So maybe it's a mulligan, but let's try it. They're on a mold of 5. So yep, we go forest, we go land grant, no surprise. What we're playing, land grant is such a fun card. It's like, hey, here's my hand, here's what I'm doing. I don't think I'm gonna cycle End yet. 1, because we get a free land grant next turn if we don't, and 2, there's a world in which we hard cast at this game, which is really funny. Spellbomb, all right, this is probably Wildfire. Yeah, so Caretaker's nice draw. We land grant again, get our last forest, so now literally we're just gonna be hard casting this End. And if we draw something good next turn, it could be as soon as turn 4. Turn 4, 5-7. Not the worst in Pauper. Winding Way, that's a draw. That's a draw. We hit 3 creatures, great. Oh, this is a fun turn. We're gonna get to play a land, play a petal, sack it, play wall, and then tap the wall for a green and actually get our last land out of our deck. So we have it. They have Spellbomb, so obviously we can't go off yet. But if we draw like a Mass Vandal, then we have a chance. And we could also ent next turn, which is awesome. They Lembas, who cares, right? Avenging Hunter, what a draw. On this board state, Avenging Hunter, are you kidding me? All right, well, we're doing that. That's much better than ent. Wow. We say go, we'll see if they have an answer to this. This is a hard card. Avenging Hunter is a hard card for Jund Wildfire to beat, especially when they don't have a Chrysalis or a Refurbished Familiar in play. Yeah, Wellspring, we do not care about that. There's Refurbished Familiar, okay. So, you know, it's something, but we get to get a creature with reach, which is very cool. And we'll also forge, we'll just put some counters on our Avenging Hunter, make it more of a scary threat. So here it's very simple. We just Generous Ent and then attack for 7. See if they can beat it. This is so awesome. They have one of the best hate pieces against us in Nile Spellbomb, and we're just crushing them with the fair game. We don't care. We couldn't be bothered about comboing off. They play another familiar, perfectly fine. Another Refurbished Familiar, that's crazy. But they don't have removal. And if they don't have removal, they really just can't win. Yeah, they say go. We get to hit them for 5, which is sick. Another Ent. Oh, wow. What a draw. Well, now we get to attack with both of our things. They have to block both to not die. I'm sorry, they're 8. For some reason, I thought they were at 7. Whatever. It's fine. Either way. Then we just play another Ent. Pretty simple stuff. The Eviscerator's Insight. Yeah, I think they're just digging, but the writing's on the wall here. Definitely the writing is on the wall. Yep, let's go. They rage quit. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take the rage quit. That was a fun one. We're here on the draw, one of many no-landers, but we don't have a land grant, so we do have to mulligan this. This hand is so borderline, like it can make a lot of mana and it can block decently well, but I think we're going to 5. I mean, this deck mulligans very well. Okay, yeah, this hand is a lot more what we're working with. Put back that in force. We have our one of Swamp in our hand, which is awesome. And this Gate Creeper Vine and this Ent should make it very, very easy to get all the lands out of our deck. And then at that point, it's just a question of finding our Balustrade Spy. They play Manor Gates, so they're playing Gates, obviously, some version of Naya Gates probably. I have a video about that deck on my channel. I'll put it on the top right corner if you want to see it. Really fun deck. And here's a mock site. So they're playing the new version with Sneaky Snacker and whatnot, which I think it's pretty strong. The deck looks like a pile, but it's actually pretty functional. We're just going to cycle Ent here, grab a forest, and here we'll just Gate Creeper for a forest and say go. Another mock site. If they have another snacker here, that's a serious clock. No, they have Prismatic Strands though, which is pretty good against us. We draw a Caretaker, that's cool. So we could just Mass Vandal one of their mock sites. Not the worst. Then we could play a Saruli Caretaker. And if we draw a Mana Source next turn, we could play Avenging Hunter, which could win us the game on its own. They hit us. They bolt Caretaker, makes sense. We draw a Spy, that's interesting. We're still a turn off from... Yeah, we still need one more land, obviously, to be able to do it, but it's not bad. But they untap with this white source. I don't even know if I want to... If they leave up Prismatic Strands, I'm probably not going to risk it. Spy does block Sneaky Snacker really well. So there is a real possibility that I Balustrade Spy target them just to have the 2/3 flyer. They pursue the pass. There's another snacker. That's very good. They can start pumping it with Gate. And that's a serious clock. We got to try and win soon. Stampede is a bit slow, but it's still no way to tutor out a land. That's rough. And we just attack for 2 and say go. If they had an untapped land, they could have killed us. All right, I think we have to draw exactly land next turn. Our one of forest that we still have, which is almost impossible. We'll see. Yep, we don't hit it, and we lost. GG. So here's the thing with this red sideboard that I find so interesting. Like this card, Flaring Pain, it's great. It's great against Prismatic Strands, but like, I don't know. It seems pretty situational. I don't want to put a 5th land in our deck. So I don't even think I want this here. It's an interesting concept with the splashing red in the sideboard, but I think this matchup is not quite good enough for that. Because with like Chrysalis, for example, Chrysalis is great against some things, but not great against this matchup because they play such a great fair game. Chrysalis just doesn't push the needle enough. That's just my opinion. Maybe Chrysalis is correct in this matchup, but I feel like in a matchup like this, the longer the game goes, the worse it gets. So we have everything here. We have a way to get all the lands out of our deck. We just have to get a Spy. Caretaker's not bad, but we're just gonna Gate Creeper, get ourselves our Swamp, Then we say go. They pursue the pass and discard Strands, which is a bit scary because there's the spy. But yeah, discarding Strands is a bit scary because we can't Mesmeric Fiend it now. But we're still gonna cast Mesmeric. Yeah, I'd rather have Caretaker over. Nah, never mind. We're not doing that. Yeah, we're just gonna go wall Mesmeric Fiend. If we can't get like a Strand or something, we can maybe get a white creature and maybe win next turn. They don't have a white creature. That's awesome. So we take Thraben Charm, which Thraben Charm hard counters us. We take Thraben Charm and we say go. If they go like Journey to Nowhere, your Fiend, we go, okay, sure, untap, kill you. So this is looking good. Just don't draw a white creature, please. If they don't draw a white creature, we should be good this game. Journey to Nowhere, okay. I think we got this one. Let's go. This is the power of Spy combo. You're a turn short. You don't have the right combination of cards. You just lose. Spy, do this, do that. Dread Return, Lotleth Giant. And we got there. Let's go to game 3. Oh, this hand is tempting, but it's not good enough. We got a mulligan. This hand is weird. We can pedal Segu Wilding, have a land in play. You know what? We're keeping this. You don't play this deck to not keep hands like this, you know? It's a bit risky, a bit greedy, but that's what Spy combo does. So we are keeping this. Lotleth Giant, that's not a great draw. Do we just say go? No, we don't, because if we draw a land next turn, we want our first land to be in play. So we're just gonna pedal Roost Seek, get a forest, play the forest, and say go. They have their typical gate start of tap land, tap land, tap lands, which I love, by the way, in Pauper, that tap lands are still viable. They pursue the pass and get back Snackers, so they're off to a good start. They don't have a third land, though. We don't have a second land, so it doesn't mean too much. Yeah, not looking good. We did not get there with this hand. They pursue again, pitching Strands this time. That's very good. Do they still not have a third land? They still don't have a third land. That's crazy. That's unlucky on their part. They discard a Sacred Cat though, so they're gonna have Prismatic Strands up pretty soon. We draw Land Grant, which is obviously clutch. But I think now, just a bit too late. It's a bit too late now. So now we can go Wall of Roots, make a mana, make another mana, play Gate Creeper, get a swamp, and then say go. So I mean, like, we're doing our thing now, but I don't know. Also, I just realized how rare a -0, -1 counter is. Let me know in the comments if there are any other cards in Magic history that have a -0, -1. Because it should be -1, -1, right? But no, this is -0, -1. Because it's, you know, it's an old card, and old cards have some very funny text on them. So yeah, they get back their cat. So now they can Prismatic Strands. It looks like they're still stuck on 2 lands though, which this is like our only hope this game, is they stay mana screwed. Yeah, they go to clean up again. Another Strands, that's good. So here I think we just Stampede, just trying to get a bit more of like a value engine going. So we Stampede. Those are good hits. Avenging Hunter is huge. Avenging Hunter is huge. It's gonna be hard for us to win this game with the combo, but Avenging Hunter, sheesh. That's really good. And I don't think we played a land yet, so we can actually cycle Ent as well. We might even be hard casting Lotleth Giant, which would be crazy. Yep, they hit us. But this Avenging Hunter is going to be hard for them to deal with. If they can't get a Basilisk Gate, then we're looking good. They play a Moxite. They had to have drawn a land now, right? They've been through the top third of their deck. I sided out all the lands. I can't believe they haven't hit a third one yet. All right, so yeah, now he gets to take the initiative. This is obviously really good. We could also Dread Return a Generous Ent, which is kind of crazy, but we're gonna Avenging Hunter. No need to overthink this. If we win this game, that we got extraordinarily lucky. Like probably like 19 times out of 20 we lose this game. Search library for a land, we don't have one, which is funny. But I'm actually not gonna Mass Vandal because I actually don't want to exile our Ent because we might actually Dread Return that. Oh yeah, they get to take initiative, they get another land drop. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, they're doing something at least. Maybe it was smarter to Dread Return the Ent to get reach, but they have a lot of cards like Journey and stuff, obviously. We can Mass Vandal that, which is really cool. But we can't put enough -1 counters on our Wall of Roots to Mass Vandal at this turn. So we have to wait until next turn. And we can't get the initiative back. So this is actually kind of crazy. So now they get a land drop. All right, so after all that, this game is going to come down to if they can kill our Ent this turn, and if they can kill our Ent, they probably win. Given how few lands they've drawn, they have to have some answer. Thraben Charm only does 6 though, which is kind of cool. They don't attack. So here we're gonna do something a bit heads up. We're actually gonna put a -1 counter on our Wall of Roots, so we could have a creature in the graveyard next turn to exile to Mass Vandal to get rid of their journey, which I really like. Well, it's actually not true. We're gonna be dread returning, aren't we? And we're gonna be dread returning an Ent. So yeah, I'll just cycle Ent and fail to find, I guess, because we need it to be in our graveyard. That's such an interesting play pattern, such an interesting line, but in this situation, it works. Okay, so we'll start with Mesmeric Fiend, see what they got. Thraven Charm, Thraven Charm, Thraven Charm. There's a little bit of removal. So they can just Thraven Charm in response to a dread return, obviously. But then we can cycle Ent and then Mass Vandal their thing. Right, yeah, we have more than enough mana to do all of that. So we'll take a Thraven Charm, sure. Doesn't matter a ton. And then we can float some mana and then dread return Ent, sacking these 3. They Thraven Charm response. Yep, they Thraven Charm response. That's fine. Now we get to cycle Ent again. This is such a weird game. Cycle Ent again, Mass Vandal, get rid of their Journey to Nowhere, take the initiative. Then we actually get to Forge. We could put 2 counters on our Generous Ent just to make it a bit bigger, to play around a potential Thraven Charm. And if they like Thraven Charm Bolt Ent next turn, we're pretty happy with that too. And then we say go. Yeah, so they're attacking. They're gonna try to like trade multiple stuff with the Ent, which we're very happy with. If we can keep the initiative, we're looking good this game. Okay, so they use the strands now, which is pretty smart. And then they Thraven Charm our Ent. We venture. You can either trap or arena. They only have 1 strands in their yard. The 5 life is so irrelevant. I'd rather just goad their token, try and kill it in combat. We draw Caretaker, that's okay. This turn, we're just doing the obvious though. We'll get in for 5 with the Avenging Hunter. If they went block Bolt, we could have second main phase killed them with Spy, so heads up play from them. And then, yeah, we'll just cast Segu Wilding. There's another sneaky snacker blocker. They can just bolt that, obviously, but I mean, we're trying. Also, the more I play this matchup, the more I definitely want to side in Fairy Macabre. Fairy Macabre is just really good in this matchup. There's a lot of situations where this card would have been nasty. So that's a tip for the future if you're going to play this deck. So yeah, they make the obvious attacks. We get to eat their cat, which like, it's okay. They make us lose 5, which makes a lot of sense. They are very clearly the aggressor here. And yeah, they still haven't drawn a land. It's crazy. They say go. Segu Wilding's actually pretty sick. So we'll attack. We'll see what they do. They just take it. So the question here, do we want to make a skeleton or do we want to draw a card? We draw a card. Like, there's not a ton we can draw here in this situation. A lot of our stuff is relatively dead. So we're just gonna make a 4/1. Because they are at 14, I mean, and it's a black skeleton, which is great too, because Prismatic Strands, you know, doesn't interact as well as they'd like it to. So then now we'll just Segu again, give us some life gain, gives us another blocker they have to answer. They just make a 2/2 with Moxite. Well, that's a pretty good sign. Yeah, they're gonna Journey to Nowhere Segu Wilding, it looks like. Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, there is a real chance we Balustrade Spy and target them. But this is an interesting, oh, Mass Vandal's huge. Okay, but this is a very interesting turn. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna attack with these 2, right? If they try and double block our skeleton, we might be able to kill them because they leave Prismatic Strands down. They don't block, makes sense. But Mass Vandal's a great draw now. And we get to Throne of the Dead 3. So it's looking better. Top 10, Spy, Vandal, Segu Wilding. Yeah, we'll just get Segu Wilding, gain some more life, make a 6/6 flyer, and then we can Vandal, try and blow up their Journey to Nowhere. This is looking really good now. We get Wilding back, we gain 3, we can sack the food to gain another 3. Let's go, we're doing it. Spy combo, man. This deck plays a good fair game. You're seeing it right here. This is amazing. This is a crazy game. We've had to get so lucky. And at this point, like, what can they have? They play a Moxite. That doesn't do it. They don't have anything! Let's go! I cannot believe we won that match. That was a crazy match. That was a pretty fun time. GG's to our opponent. That was nice. We're here on the play, and yeah, like if you don't keep this hand, you shouldn't play this deck. Obviously, if they kill elves on turn 1, we're basically screwed, but you got to keep a hand like this. Come on. So we land grant, get a forest, play elves with Deep Shadow. Oh no, they play mountain. No. Satyr Hoplite. Okay. They didn't kill our elves with Deep Shadow, and we draw Segu Wilding. What a draw. Now we can Wilding, get a forest. Yeah, then we can play Gatekeeper Vine, get our swamp out of our deck. So we just need one more tutor source for a land, which hopefully will hit off this Winding Way. Looks like we're playing against Mono Red Heroic, which, yeah, Kiln Fiend. This is just a pure race, this matchup. A pure race. That's all this is. We draw the forest! What a draw! We just draw the forest! That's unbelievable. Okay, so blockers are very important in this matchup. So we're gonna go double wall and then Winding Way. Let's hope to hit a spy. We hit a spy! Okay, well next turn, if they can't kill us, we kill them. That's the way this goes. It's all in the game. They expedite, they ancestral anger, which is good. And see this side. Okay, yeah, we win. Let's go. We won the race. But yeah, Mono Red Heroic. It's a cool deck for sure. But yeah, now we just Elves of Deep Shadow, Balustrade Spy, win the game. We mill our whole deck. We Dread Return, Lotlith Giant, and then we win. Let's go. It's just casual 36 damage on turn 4 in an all commons format. Very fun time. Sorry, 35 damage. Let's go. Got there in game 1. So sideboarding, yes. Weather the Storm, yes. This hand on the blind, I would maybe consider keeping it, but knowing the matchup, we can't, because they can kill our creatures very easily. This is just a plain no lander, which is very common with this. This hand's good though. This hand's good. They play a Hoplite, Saruli Caretaker. Yeah, we might as well play that. Let me say go. No need to land grant yet. They play Kiln Fiend, so they have the same exact start as last game. Overgrown Battlement's a really good one. Now we can land grant, get a forest, and then we can wall. This is a great turn. We can wall, make some mana, play an Overgrown Battlement and say go. This Overgrown Battlement's gonna make a lot of mana next turn. We'll be able to even hard cast this Generous Ant, which it's not amazing against their deck. And they Ancestral Anger their Kiln Fiend to give it Trample, which is great. They click through their attacker's step. Ugh. Yeah, and they rage quit. That sucks, man. That's why Magic Online sucks. You just accidentally click through your attacker's step, and yeah. But still, that was a very interesting game. I'll leave it in the video for that game 1. It's a fun matchup, I think this is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. This deck is a blast to play, and I do really like the red sideboard package. I think it's more than just kind of cute. I think it actually has a lot of utility, and it has a lot of counterplay against a lot of the decks that are great against us, like that Faeries match. I don't think we could have beat Faeries if we didn't have that great sideboard. So definitely try this deck out if you haven't. It might surprise you. I'll see you guys next time.